So today to simulate it, synthesize it, and we'll generate a bit file that can be implemented on our development board. So the reason behind taking this example is because the code conversions are widely used in the any VLSI project, and it has different applications. Okay, so let us start binary to gray code converter. So this is our development board. On this development board we have this FPGA, these switches and LEDs. So what we are going to do, the binary inputs we are going to give through these switches, and gray output we can observe here on these LEDs. So let us start. So before starting any VHDL code, let us do some preparatory work, the logical diagram of that particular design, its Boolean equations, and how we are going to write a VHDL code for that particular design. Then we will create a project in ISE, then write a VHDL code, simulate it, synthesize, and creating a UCF file. Okay, so what is binary to gray code conversion? How to convert binary to gray code? The MSB bit of the gray code will be exactly equal to the first bit of the or given binary number. So MSB of gray code is equal to MSB of the binary. Okay, now the second bit of the code will be a exclusive OR of the first bit and second bit of the given binary number. So if you start from the MSB side of binary, then next subsequent bit XOR, and it gives the second bit output of the gray code. Then again it will repeat for the third bit, and it will repeat for the next subsequent bits. So I think here through diagrammatically we can understand it better. So gray code MSB bit is exactly equal to the MSB of the binary code. Then second bit of the gray code is equal to the first bit of binary and the second bit XOR together. So it is XOR together. Likewise the third bit and the fourth bit. So let us see how it is converted. Take an example of decimal number 0. So if binary is represented by 000, 001, 0010. So let us convert this number into a gray code. So we'll take one of the example. Let us say this 0011. So as per this method, the MSB bit is exactly equal to the gray code. So this 0 is equal to 0. Then 0 XOR 0 will be the next bit of gray code. Then 0 XOR 1 is 1 is the next bit of gray code, and 1 XOR 1 is 0, that is the next bit of gray. So this is the truth table we can verify after writing a VHDL code during our simulation process. So these are the Boolean equations for binary to gray code converter. So to start or to write a VHDL code, what are the inputs we required? The inputs we required a 4-bit binary and the 4-bit gray output. That's all. So other things we are going to write in our architecture body. So let us start writing a VHDL code for binary to gray code converter. So open the ISE. So as usual method, create a new project. So gray to binary, next, finish. Then add new source VHDL module. Oh sorry, I given a wrong project name. We are going to do a binary to gray, sorry. So binary to gray, next. So here inputs is binary input B. We will use bus with a 4 bit, so 3 down to 0. Then gray as output G, you have to mention out, bus again exactly 4 bits, so 3 down to 0, finish. So this is our Boolean equation. So we are going to write directly using this Boolean equations. So this is the library declaration, then entity declarations. So we are going to write this using a straightforward data flow modeling. So first equation, what it says, G of 3, so MSB of gray code is equal to MSB of the binary code. So G of 3 is equal to the signal assignment B of 3. Okay, similarly G of 2 is equal to B of 3 XOR G of 2 is equal to B of 3 XOR B of 2. B of 2, right? So I am just copying it and repeating it. Control C. So G of 1 and G of 0. So G of 1 is equal to G of 2, B of 2 XOR B of 1, B of 2 XOR B of 1, and B of 1 XOR B of 0. Sorry, B of 1. So this completes our design of binary to gray code. Binary to gray code. So here binary inputs are at the input side and gray is our output. So let's check the syntax. Okay, then synthesize it. PRT schematic. Let's see it how it is generated. So it will generate it using 3 XOR gates. So let's simulate it and observe whatever the truth table we have mentioned earlier, whether it is matching or not. So restart it. So here our input is a binary, output is a gray. So let us give one of the input, force constant. So I will give 0 1 1 0. Let us see at this value what output it will generate. So at 0 0 1 1 0, gray code output is like this, 0 1 0 1. So it maintains the binary MSB value as it is. The next value is MSB of binary XORing with the next bit. So 0 1 1 1 1 0 and 1 0 1. So let's go back to our table. So 0 1 1 0 is 0 1 0 1 of the gray code. Similarly we can validate other input combinations also. So let's force value to 0 1 1 apply and execute. So it will have 0 1 0 0. So when it is input is 0 1 1, output is 0 1 0 0. So likewise we can verify all the other combinations of binary to gray code converter. So this is an exercise for you people. You can continue this simulation for different combinations. Okay, so let's move next. Now we have to generate a bit file. So before that we need to create a user constraint file. Okay, so let's create it. So to create a user constraint file, we are going to use the development board where this P1 port is connected to J14 header, and this first 4 switches we are going to use as a binary input, and this 4 LED outputs considered as a gray output. Okay, so we are going to assign pins for this first 4 as a B3, B2, B1, B0 is nothing but P31, P32, P28 and P30 are the inputs, and these are the LED outputs. So let's start creating a user constraint file. So this is binary to gray dot UCF finish. So now I think everyone is more aware of this writing a UCF file. So let's quickly finish net. So binary so input B of 3 binary MSB we are going to assign to location P31. So LOC equal to P31 quickly finish it off 2 1 and 0. So P31, I think this is P32, P20 and P30, P20 and P30. So this inputs over. Now for the gray output LEDs P141, 141, let's copy it, 2 1 and 0. So 141, then 143, then 138, and then 139. So here our UCF file is created. Just cross check it with the pin connections. So output, first LED output means G of 3 output is 141, 143, 138 and 139. Yes, right, correct. So once UCF file is generated, save it and generate a bit file, generate a programming file. So our work is over. So here our bit file is generating. So meanwhile I will tell you the next exercise. So next exercise is write a VHDL code for gray to binary code. So here is its implementation logical diagram as well as the Boolean equation. So you can write a VHDL code based on this implementation, and you can implement and simulate it, synthesize it for the gray to binary code conversion. So only difference here, the binary output or MSB of binary is equal to MSB of the gray, but here we have to take the binary output MSB of binary for the next generation of the next binary input. So B of 2 is equal to B of 3 XOR G of 2. So in this case, this binary, whatever the binary output we are declaring, we need to declare it as a in out. Why in out? Because here this binary we are using at the input side as well as the output side. That is only the change. Gray input we can consider as a, we can declare as a input in our entity, and binary as a in out. That is only the change. I think now here bit file is generated. So this bit file we can use it for our implementation on the FPGA board. So wait for the next video. We are going to implement this on our actual development board, and we'll check it with the real, just check it on the hardware platform. So I am opening the gray to binary, sorry, okay, it is a gray to binary or binary to gray. Yeah, maybe this folder name I have given different. So but the bit file implemented is binary to gray. So this bit file is already implemented. So we have to open that bit file binary to gray and just say the program. So once this is done, we'll move to our, now this indicates, okay, it will show. Okay, so this done indicates our FPGA is programmed. So before going to the FPGA development boards, just look at its implementation. So you can observe here the gray MSB bit is equal to binary's MSB bit. So gray's second bit output is equal to binary's MSB and the next subsequent bit XORing. Okay, XORing of the B3 and B2. Similarly, G1 is equal to B2 XOR B1, and G of 0 is equal to B1 XOR B0. Okay, and this is the truth table. So let's move to the development board. Okay, development board. So here our FPGA is programmed, and this switches input connected to the P1 port, and this cable is connected as a LED output. So these input, 4 switch input, this is B of 3, B of 2, B of 1 and B of 0. So this is a 4-bit binary input, as well as this 4 LED indicates the 4-bit gray output. So when binary input is 0 0 0 0, gray also is 0 0 0. So let us take example 0 0 0 1. How it is implemented as per the XORing concept? So MSB of binary is equal to MSB of gray, then next output of gray is equal to MSB B of 3 XOR B of 2, so 0 XOR 0, then this XOR with this, it is 0 0 0, and then last output is 0 XOR 1 is 1. Got it? Now next, now 0 0 1 0. So MSB of binary is equal to gray MSB, then next output of gray is equal to B3 XOR B2, so 0 0 0. G of 1 is equal to B of 2 XOR B of 1, so 0 1 1, then 1 0 1. Got it? Similarly MSB as it is, so 0 XOR 0 0, 0 1 1, 1 XOR 1, output 0. Okay, so randomly we'll check some other inputs. Let us take another input 1 0 1 1. What will the gray output? So gray output is MSB is equal to MSB, so 1 0 1, then 0 1 1 0, XORing of 1 0 is 1, XORing of 0 1 again 1, XOR of 1 1 is 0. So we can verify if binary input is 1 0 1 1, gray output is 1 1 1 0. Let us take another one example, see 1 1 0 0. So MSB of binary is equal to MSB of gray, then B3 XOR B2, so 1 1 0. Next gray output is 1 XOR with 0 is 1, and 0 XOR with 0 is 0. So like this we can validate all the conditions of binary 4-bit binary to 4-bit gray code implementation. I hope you have understood this implementation, and I will give the assignment for the gray to binary code conversion. So you have to write a VHDL code for gray to binary code conversion and implement it on the FPGA development board. Thank you. Keep watching the videos.